Okay, so we're going to review the questions in the back of the book of each chapter, chapter 1 to 3. So we'll start off with chapter 1. The first question you're looking at right now, it says, one potential benefit of owning property is that credit may be more readily available to that owner. Is that true or false?
I would say true.
Yeah, that is true because obviously you're assuming that you have reasonable equity. You would have credit available to you immediately because now you're secured against something that is tangible, right?
Correct.
Second question is, the provincial government has put in place certain long-term plans for anticipated growth in the Greater Golden Horseshoe. So
That's true.
that is talking about Oshawa to Niagara Falls.
Yes.
And yes, that's true because the government is definitely doing that. They're already planning big activities around that. Question 3, future tax revenues are part of the ripple effect when a new house is constructed. Is that true?
That's true as well.
Absolutely. And the reason why that's true is because a new house is generating a heck of a lot of tax for the government. So it is a wonderful thing, and it is creating ripple effect because you're actually purchasing and obtaining a lot of services related to that home. Number 4, math and computer skills are much more important than people skills when considering a career in real estate sales.
False.
Completely false, because you can be tech savvy. You need to have people skills because at the end of the day, it's still old-fashioned business. You're dealing face to face. Number 5, in residential sales, the time span between when a property is listed, subsequently sold, and ultimately closed can be 4, 6, or even 8 months, depending on the market conditions and related considerations.
True.
Absolutely true. And so that means, like, you are showing a house, it takes you 2 months to find one, it takes you 3 months to close one, that's 5 months away. So you have to plan your finances accordingly, of course. Number 6, standard condominiums are made up of units and common elements.
True.
It is true, yeah. And the reason why it's true is because common elements are a part of a condominium. And secondly, you are sharing common elements always. You're a part of the title of all things that are part of the condominium when you buy a unit. Mortgage brokers can employ both mortgage brokers and mortgage agents.
True.
Yeah, that's true. And the reason why that's true is because it's similar to a brokerage. You have a broker of record, and he can employ real estate brokers and real estate salespeople. And there only has to be one broker of record in that office. So the same scenario applies to mortgage brokers as well. Number 8, the term ICI refers to investment, condominium, and industrial.
That's false.
Yeah. And what's the correct answer?
Investment, commercial, no.
So industrial, commercial, investment. Right?
Yep.
That's it. Good stuff. Okay, let's go to number 9. A corporation is not required to disclose any information about its officers and directors when registering as a real estate brokerage.
False.
That's false. You do have to disclose actually everything. When it comes to real estate, you literally have to disclose anything and everything you can think of. It's a very open book business.
Yeah.
Number 10, all real estate brokerages registered with the Real Estate Council of Ontario must designate a broker of record regardless of whether the brokerage is a sole proprietorship, partnership, or corporation.
That's true.
Yep, that's true according to the Brokers Business Act of 2002, so REBA. All real estate people and all real estate salespeople and brokers are viewed as independent contractors for the purposes of REBA 2002 and associated regulations.
False.
Yeah, that would be false because that's a taxation issue.
Because some can be employees.
Yeah,
as well.
Some can be employees. You could have a broker as an office manager who's not the broker of record also on a payroll. Sure, right? Absolutely. Number 12, a commission split typically refers to the division of commission between brokerages.
Commission split.
Chapter 1, first thing that we talked about, when you got to choose a brokerage, you got to be very careful because you're selecting something. You want to interview brokerages. We were talking about commission splits.
So true.
It's saying that it refers to a division of commission between brokerages.
So a split then is within the brokerage. The split is what is between the
Agent,
salesperson and the
office,
and brokerage. So in this case, it would be called I don't know what. So, but then it's false.
It would be false because it is referring strictly to the commission being divided between the salesperson and the office that he's working in. That's what a commission split is referenced to.
And what is this one called? The between brokerages?
That's just a commission, cooperating commission.
Okay.
On the listing. You'll see that later on.
All right. Okay.
Number 13, the distribution of commission between brokerages can vary in the marketplace.
True.
Absolutely. There's no actual set compulsory commission between brokerages. There's an understanding. If you're listing, you need to typically offer the cooperating broker a minimum 2 to 2.5% is what they're looking for on listings right now currently. If you're offering less than that, maybe they won't show the home. There's a possibility.
Yes.
You'll have that kind of boycott action. So even though it's not, that's a whole different issue whether it's right or wrong, but it can cause an issue in that case. Number 14, commission plans are usually set out in brokerage policies or contractual agreements with salespeople.
True.
Absolutely. Especially with independent contractor, it's laid out right there. Even in an employee agreement, it'll be like the retail scenario where they'll tell you what your base plus commission is in that case. Number 15, in a typical desk fee arrangement, the broker generates its primary revenue from the monthly fees paid by the salesperson to the brokerage.
True.
Yep. Because now that's why they're offering you an attractive split, because they are making the monthly fees as their income. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to check out exercise 5, which is the multiple choice? Or do you want to finish the true and false first? True and false first?
Sure.
Okay, let's go to chapter 2 then. I'll just put the video on pause right now real quick. Actually, I'll have to stop it.